Throughout history, wars have often been remembered not just for the battles themselves, but for the commanders who led them. Some generals became legends because of their victories, their leadership, and their strategies. But even the greatest generals needed a powerful enemy to test their abilities. These rivalries shaped civilizations and decided the fate of empires. Some of the most famous battles in history happened because two brilliant commanders were determined to defeat each other. Here are four of the most iconic rivalries between generals in history. One of the earliest and most famous rivalries in military history was between Alexander the Great of Macedonia and Darius III, the king of the Persian Empire. When Alexander became king in 336 BC, he inherited a powerful army and a bold ambition. He wanted to conquer the massive Persian Empire, which at the time controlled much of the known world. Darius III ruled an empire that stretched from Egypt all the way to India. His army was far larger than Alexander's, and many believed Persia would easily defeat the young Macedonian king. Their first major clash came at the Battle of Issus in 333 BC. Even though Alexander was outnumbered, he used aggressive cavalry attacks and strong battlefield tactics to break through the Persian lines. Darius fled the battlefield, leaving his army in chaos. The rivalry continued until the decisive Battle of Gaugamela in 331 BC. Once again, Alexander faced a much larger Persian force. Through careful planning and bold maneuvering, Alexander's army broke the Persian center and forced Darius to retreat again. After this defeat, the Persian Empire collapsed, and Alexander went on to control one of the largest empires in ancient history. Another legendary rivalry happened during the Second Punic War between Rome and Carthage. The Carthaginian general Hannibal is considered one of the greatest military commanders of all time. His most famous move was leading an army, including war elephants across the Alps to invade Italy. This unexpected strategy shocked the Romans and allowed Hannibal to win several major victories. One of his greatest triumphs was the Battle of Cannae in 216 BC. During this battle, Hannibal surrounded a massive Roman army and destroyed it using one of the most famous battlefield tactics in history. For years, it seemed like Rome might lose the war. However, Rome eventually produced its own brilliant general, Scipio Africanus. Instead of chasing Hannibal across Italy, Scipio attacked Carthage directly in North Africa. This forced Hannibal to return home to defend his city. The two commanders finally met at the Battle of Zama in 202 BC. Scipio had carefully studied Hannibal's tactics and prepared his army to counter the Carthaginian war elephants. In the end, Scipio defeated Hannibal and secured victory for Rome. This victory marked the beginning of Rome's rise as the dominant power in the Mediterranean world. Centuries later, one of the most famous rivalries of the modern era occurred between Napoleon Bonaparte and the Duke of Wellington. Napoleon rose to power during the French Revolution and quickly became one of the most successful military commanders in Europe. His armies conquered large parts of the continent using speed, discipline, and innovative tactics. However, many European nations formed alliances to stop him. One of Napoleon's most capable opponents was British General Arthur Wellesley, better known as the Duke of Wellington. Wellington was known for his strong defensive strategies and his ability to use terrain to his advantage. Their rivalry reached its climax in 1815 at the Battle of Waterloo in present-day Belgium. Napoleon attempted to defeat the British army before Prussian forces could arrive to support Wellington. Throughout the day, French troops launched repeated attacks against the British lines. However, Wellington's forces held their ground. When the Prussian army finally arrived to reinforce the British, Napoleon's army collapsed. The defeat at Waterloo ended Napoleon's rule and marked the end of the Napoleonic Wars.